This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Dave Allen, great to see you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. You?
I'm very well, Dave. I really appreciate this. I've called in a favour, so thank you.
No problem.
Obviously, we're here to talk about Whyte Fury fight week.
Yeah.
Have you been following events?
Yeah, you know, I always watch things, and when John Fury's involved, I like to watch because you know where John goes. You know, for good or for bad, you're going to get some entertainment, aren't you? You know, whatever your take on it is. I guess the same with Tyson as well. Dillian's always interesting character as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of characters involved this week. So I have been watching, mate, more than I usually would, yeah.
What did you make of the press conference yesterday, Dave, when you talked about John? Because it was really respectful until the last 30 seconds.
Well, I anticipated being respectful because I think Tyson and Dillian have been friends for a long time. You know, there's a lot of respect there on a professional level with the boxing, on a personal level as well. They're probably both a bit wary of each other, and there's enough pressure involved in this fight anyway. 94,000 people, you know, millions watching at home. You know, being the number one man in the division, so they don't need extra stress from causing a fuss at the press conference. So I think they were more than happy just to, you know, play it down and be respectful, get it out of the way. Because it's only Saturday that counts. But obviously at the face-to-face, obviously, John and, you know, the other fella, that was what it was. But, you know, it gave everyone a talking point, didn't it, for the last 24 hours. So, you know, maybe they see it as job done, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, it gave us all something to chuckle about, didn't it?
It did, mate. Dave, can I ask your opinion on the build-up? Obviously, Dillian's not participated at all. He feels he's been slighted in some way in regards to some things from tickets to certain other things. What do you make of that whole Dillian Whyte not getting involved? Do you think it's mind games, or do you think he is genuinely peed off?
I see it as he doesn't need to be there. So why would he travel from Portugal to England every couple of weeks just to do media duties, which he doesn't need to do? He's not obliged to do them. So I would be the same as him. You know, I'm in camp. I'm training for the heavyweight championship of the world. I'm not flying back and forth from Portugal to London every couple of weeks. What for? He believes he's going to win this fight. He doesn't need. What does he need a little bit of media attention for? If he wins this, he's got the WBC heavyweight championship of the world. He's the main man. You know, he becomes one of the most famous people alive overnight. He'll be the heavyweight champion of the world. That's massive. You know, you see Dwayne Johnson sending Tyson Fury videos. It makes me wish I was a little bit taller and stronger and better at boxing. So he doesn't need to do all these little press conferences. You know what I mean? Like, who sees it? You know, only avid boxing fans. Everyone that's watching these press conferences leading up to these fights, they know Dillian Whyte anyway. He's not getting anything out of it apart from, you know, he's on planes, he's traveling, he's missing training. So I back him 100% in terms of missing him. I see that he's backing himself and giving himself the best chance on the night, which is where it counts. So yeah, I think it's a wise move from him. And in terms of the fight's going to sell anyway because it's two British heavyweights, you know, two of the best five in the world for me, and they're putting it all on the line at Wembley. So, you know, press conferences for me are outdated. Like, do you know what I mean? Like making loads of grown men sit on the table and spouting bollocks, you know, and half of them can't talk anyway. So what's the point?
Don't quite know how to follow that, Dave. You've been in the ring with Tyson. You've sparred countless number of rounds with Tyson. You've obviously been in the ring competitively with Dillian. Not many people are better placed than yourself, Dave, to give us an expert analysis. How does this go on Saturday?
Well, I think Tyson Fury is light years ahead in speed, in boxing IQ, and ability, with his footwork. With pretty much, I think he's better at nearly everything. I would say. I think he hits harder. I think he's physically stronger. The only thing is, I think both of them are susceptible to getting it on the chin and going over. You know, I don't think either of them are cast iron, but they're both supremely tough men. But you know, when you're getting hit by the likes of Povetkins and your Wilders, you're going to go over. So that's not a slight on them. Just saying, they're going to go. They get hit, they're going to go. They're susceptible to going as the most. But I just think Tyson, for me, is a mismatch in many, many ways. However, the big thing for me is the sparring stories. I heard the sparring stories. Apparently, Dillian had a lot of success and maybe had him over. I don't know. I don't know that for a fact, but they're the rumours that are going around. Dylan maybe he's bogeyman, you know. We've all got him. Mine was Leroy Thomas. So, but for me, I can explain what I mean by that. The bogeyman in the sense of he was a southpaw one. He was herky jerky. He was very herky jerky, and he holds his lead hand in a very unorthodox, a bit higher than most. So for me, them three things was enough for me to not have a clue what I was doing with him, just to be really offset by him. And you know, in Dillian Whyte, maybe the way he carries himself, maybe the way he has his legs quite far apart, maybe the way he throws a jab, maybe the speed of it, maybe the lack of speed on it. Maybe that's what throws Tyson off. Maybe he's his bogeyman. Maybe he just thinks that Tyson just can't handle that, and he hasn't got an answer for it. Because there is fighters out there that you just struggle with, and you shouldn't. But I think barring Dylan being that man that Tyson just cannot handle, it's a bit of a mismatch, in my opinion, in terms of ability. But it only takes one shot, you know. There's no such thing as a lucky punch. However, it only takes one shot. You know, it won't be a lucky punch. He doesn't land that left up. It won't be a lucky punch. You know, it'll be a well-placed, well-timed, well-executed shot. But it will only take one of them. So I think Tyson wins. I think he wins in maybe inside 4 rounds. I think he may be just a little bit too sharp and he'll land the big one. I think with Sugar Hill in the corner, the way they're training now, I think he may be defensive early on, but I don't think he's going to be ultra defensive. I don't think we're going to see the Tyson and the Klitschko the first Wilder fight by any means. You know, I think he backs his power against anyone. And I think the fight will be all over in the first half for sure, for definite. I don't see this going late at all.
You talk about Dillian's left hook, Dave. There is a theory that if Deontay Wilder can't keep Tyson Fury down with his best punches, Dillian Whyte's got no chance. Do you buy into that, or do you think
that's nonsense? No, I think that's nonsense. You know, if you get hit on the chin with a shot, you're going over, and you get hit properly, you're going to sleep. If Dillian Whyte hits Tyson Fury on the chin, Tyson Fury don't see it coming. He's going over, and he's probably not getting back up. You know, so he has got a puncher's chance for sure, for definite. Dillian Whyte, I boxed him when I sparred him. I don't think he's the biggest puncher in the world. He's not the hardest puncher I ever faced, but he definitely is hard enough to put Tyson Fury to sleep, in my opinion. I just don't envisage that he will land that shot. I don't envisage that he will land the big shot before Tyson does, due to Tyson's superior speed, you know, timing, and all-round boxing ability. But yeah, I don't buy into the fact that Wilder couldn't knock him out. So Whyte can't. You know, Further had Fury down, as did Cunningham at cruiserweight. So I don't buy into that. But yeah, that's my take on it. I think Fury wins, but Wilder. But Whyte, I just think my worry for Tyson is Dillian's just all wrong for him. It's just the way he sets up and the way he moves and you know, everything about him is all wrong for Tyson. But I think that side, I think Tyson is so superior to him in nearly every facet that it won't be close.
Something that we've just interviewed Alan Babbage, Dave, and something that he said that hasn't been said too much lately was Tyson's already talking of retirement after this fight, whether he's saying it in jest or whatever. But Alan said because he's even got that in his mind, he might just think, I don't need this. Once Dillian hurts him and puts the pressure on him, anything in that?
Zero. Tyson Fury is not the kind of man to jack anything. You know, it's all man's 57, still trying to get at it, isn't he? So Tyson's just not that kind of man. He ain't gonna quit. Seeing him getting knocked spark out wouldn't overly surprise me. I don't think that will be the outcome, but it wouldn't overly surprise me. Tyson jacking it. I think we're more likely to see fucking aliens landing in Wembley on parachutes like Bo Holyfield too, than we're likely to see Tyson quitting. So that I don't buy into that. I don't buy into him retiring full stop, but I definitely don't buy into that. Tyson Fury will be there till the end. He'll either win. Tyson will either win or be flat on his back. You know, Tyson Fury will win or he'll be knocked unconscious. You know, Dillian Whyte ain't winning 7 rounds out of 12 against Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury ain't jacking. You know, he's either knocking Fury spark out or Tyson wins.
Do you believe the retirement rumours?
No,
Dave?
no.
Think it's
I
a
know
selling
Tyson
point?
a long time, and me and Tyson are very similar people. We're very up and down. You know, one day we're going to change the world and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. The next day we don't want to leave the house. Tyson's very like that, and when he beats Dillian Whyte, which I think he will, let's just say if he beats Dillian Whyte, give Dillian the respect he deserves. If he beats Dillian Whyte, and then the Usyk Joshua winner then wants to go undisputed against Tyson at Wembley in front of maybe 100,000, he ain't the kind of man who's going to turn that down. You know, the money, the glory, everything. He's not going to turn that down. And Tyson knows full well, you know, he's going to retire, maybe get an extra couple of million out of the job, which I'm not sure he needs at this stage, but he'll not retire. If he wins Saturday night, he'll fight with Joshua Usyk 1,000,000%.
Can we very quickly play fantasy boxing, Dave? Who wins the AJ Usyk rematch, and then who wins the Fury versus that winner?
I think Usyk wins the rematch, and I think Fury Usyk is would be, if it happens, would be the biggest fight of my lifetime for definite. It would be a difficult one to call. It would be an extremely difficult one to call. Two masters, you know. But by the same token, Whyte, Fury, Joshua Usyk, I'll watch any of them two box each other. You know, any of the two. We may end up with Joshua Whyte rematch, all the marbles. You just never know. That's how boxing is. You know, I can sit here and I think it is pretty clear to see Tyson is quicker, has got more skill. You know, it is the bigger, stronger man. Has got all these things in his favour. You know, has beat Deontay Wilder twice. But as I say, it's only going to take one shot. You know, and Joshua very easily could take Usyk out one shot as well. And, you know, blondes and mice and Martin go all right. So it's all like me saying, giving my opinion, but my opinion isn't facts. And I'm very much looking forward to Saturday and seeing how it plays out. Good
man. Dave, can we leave the last word with you? Well, I saw you in Newcastle after your latest victory. First of all, how are you? And any news on when we might see you again?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. And no, not really, mate. No, not really. I'm up and down the country, mate, nearly at least every week. You know, with the amateurs, I was in London at the ABAs the other week. I had 2 fighters on in Newcastle Saturday, just got them in Hartlepool tomorrow. We're all over the place. I enjoy the training. I enjoy the managing. I love boxing. I love boxing as a sport. I love to box. But, you know, as a fighter, I love being a fighter. I don't enjoy... Mate, boxing's hard work, you know. Boxing, it attracts people that, you know, if I wasn't involved in boxing, I wouldn't be involved with. So, boxing can get the better of you sometimes, and that's why I retired when I retired before. Never that I didn't enjoy boxing. I did worry about myself in a physical sense and a mental sense, but boxing's hard, you know. I'm quite a nice, steady man. And if I say something, it's happening, you know. And I'm very straightforward, straight fucking no bullshit. It is what it is. This is what's happening. So I struggle with bullshit and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll box again. Maybe I won't. I'm not really fussed either way, to be absolutely honest. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't even know. I don't think really anyone cares at this point. I had a great go around. If I box again, fantastic. If I don't, I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing. It isn't something to be upset about. I had an amazing go around. So I don't know what will happen. We'll have to see.
But you say that about boxing, Dave, and I think you undersell yourself, because I still think, well, I know the UK public still love you. If it is the end for boxing, do you fancy the punditry?
The punditry's all right, mate, but I think, you know, you look at pundits now and you listen to them and you think, you're talking bollocks. You know, you are. And I know for a fact I wouldn't last 2 minutes doing punditry, because I tell the truth. All the boxers want to fucking fight me. And the TV channels will say, we need to sell our products. And I'd be like, well, I can't, because, you know, like the other day, Conor Benn, why is he fighting Van Heerden? It's a fucking joke. That's the truth of it. He sold 6,000 at Manchester Arena. And then he's saying Avanesian, Avanesian, no one else. If you watch Avanesian, they sold 10, 12,000 the other day. That's a fact. So if he's world class, fight Avanesian. fight Esserman or McKinson for the start, saying he's past British title level. He hasn't passed British title level. Losing boxed. He's boxed past faded old men. That was good before, but they're not now. But this is just me showing you why DAZN ain't going to give me a job.
But the fans would love you for that, Dave, because all you've said there is what.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. That isn't even opinion. That's not even up for debate. And I think Conor Benn is a lovely man, and I think he's improved unbelievably so. And I think he'll go on to great things. I think the matching's been clever. But as a real boxing man and a boxing fan, I want to see him box Avanesian. I'd be happy with McKinson. You know, stop giving us 30 people in the late 30s. That was good years ago, because it's bollocks. But that's why I can't get a job as a pundit anyway.
You're not wrong, mate. Last one, Dave. Where are you watching the fight on Saturday?
Probably at home, mate. Just at home. I don't really go. I'm at shows every day. You get there, you weigh in at 6, and I don't fucking get home till 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. So, you know, my days of going to live events, mate, are over. You know, apart from when I've got boxers on. So, I've got a couple of kids turning pro, and the upcoming months, like I'll train one of them. So that'll be my first one. Well, after Danny, it's the second one, but my first time as a pro trainer. So things are going really good, mate. You know, I'm genuinely been happy. Got the kid on the way. Everything's going amazing. You know, so yeah, looking forward to Saturday and beyond.
I don't mind saying it on camera, Dave. Obviously, I know you a little bit better personally, so I'm absolutely over the moon to hear that, mate, because you're a top man.
Thank you very much. Cheers,
Dave Allen, I'll speak to you hopefully next week and maybe look back on the fight.
You will do, mate. I'll speak to you very soon.
Look after yourself, Dave. Good night, mate. Take care.